A new flick took a leap into theaters this weekend, but was it able to pull fans into its web? Movie reviewer Matt Perrone gives us his take.
Welcome to another Monday. It only took a week for Despicable Me 3 to be unseated from the #1 spot, but I'm pretty sure that everybody saw that coming. Anytime a new superhero movie hits the theaters, that's where the money is going, especially when it's a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Making his debut in Captain America: Civil War, the newest version of Spider-Man hit the big screen in his own movie this weekend, and people around the world came out in droves. So with a bunch of buzz that this would be the best Spider-Man yet, did the film live up to the hype? Here's my take on Spider-Man: Homecoming. Our film begins with a behind-the-scenes look at Spider-Man's big moment in Captain America: Civil War. We see Spider-Man / Peter Parker, played by Tom Holland, shooting a home movie about his experience in Berlin, the fight between the Avengers, and the aftermath. Being taken home by Tony Stark, Peter is eager to find out his next mission and is told to sit tight and keep doing his thing around the neighborhood. From here, the story follows his day-to-day life, trying to balance being a normal school whiz kid and his after-school gig of keeping the neighborhood safe. Of course, secrets are hard to keep, and soon enough his best friend Ned, played by Jacob Batalon, discovers his secret. Trying hard to ward off all of Ned's questions, along with doing his best not to tell his high school crush who he really is, you would think that Peter would have a full plate. But, as tends to happen, a villain has come into the picture. Adrian Toomes, played by Michael Keaton, is an ex-contractor who managed to get his hands on a bunch of alien tech after the first Avengers battle. He now makes crazy weapons to sell and helps to enforce his syndicate as the Vulture. Peter happens to have several encounters with these new weapons, and even though he tries to reach out to Tony, no one is listening to him. As the movie progresses, Peter is being pulled in several different directions. He is shirking all his school responsibilities in order to be Spider-Man. He is constantly being warned by Tony to leave the weapons ring alone and just do his own thing. So, as a result, he is fighting with himself, thinking he is capable of so much more. Ignoring all of Tony's advice, he sets off to stop the Vulture and his crew and constantly finds himself in perilous situations. He has to do what he can to protect those he cares about and, of course, to put a stop to all the nefarious behavior he thinks he alone can prevent. We as the audience just hope that Peter isn't way out of his league. So, what to say about this one? First off, it is a very well done origin story. And when I say origin story, it means something a little different this time. In this one, he is already Spider-Man, so we don't have to see him getting bit by the spider or going through the transformation or his family past. By origin, I mean we get to see him learning how to become a hero. It's a pretty accurate portrayal of what would happen if a 14-year-old high school kid suddenly gained superpowers. Tom Holland is great at this. Not only can you buy him doing the sciencey stuff, but he's great at showing the amazement that a kid would have that suddenly has all of these powers at his disposal. Speaking of accurate portrayals, Jacob Batalon is awesome as the nerdy best friend who suddenly discovers his friend is a superhero. He constantly keeps us laughing, along with totally geeking out and asking all the questions that we all would in that situation. True to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movie throws out quips and one-liners that shouldn't necessarily be funny, but somehow they just work. The movie is just as fun as I thought it would be. Great acting, great writing, a villain with a real and relatable backstory, and I'm looking forward to the future Spider-Man appearances. Just to let you know, if you haven't seen it, there are 2 post-credit scenes. Make sure you stay all the way through the credits. It's never been so fun to be made fun of. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
All right, we're back after this.